like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop. Until you get your mouth on LBBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe. Y'all tap on in. Salute to everybody that's gonna chop it up with us this day. Appreciate all of y'all, man. If y'all haven't, hit the subscribe button. After you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell until it says all. When y'all come in the building, man, and press 1 if y'all can hear me, man. Got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to Miss Donna. Shout out to Belinda, the Ace, Lady, Cobra, Neon, Super Zeke, Jesse Crawford, Macento, salute to you. Scanty, salute. Lady, Roderick, Neon, Cobra, Chris, Cola, Enrica, Remy's, Nelson, Jesse, Nicole. Salute to all of y'all in the building. Stephen Brown, salute to everybody in the building, man. Look, let's get right into it, man. So according to reports, man, the video has been released. The media now has some of the freak tapes. According to the reports, the New York Post has officially obtained some of these Diddy freak off videos, and they have a video, according to the New York Post, with P. Diddy in the act with a younger male A-list celebrity. That video that people were saying that they were alleging that exists, well, they're now saying that it exists in the New York Post. Now, in the New York Post this morning, they reported that Diddy Combs mixed with star-studded bashes with raucous freak-off sex parties after the VMAs and Super Bowl videos have now revealed, as the New York Post has the video. The New York Post, a big publication, has the video according to reports. Now, there was rumors that these videos existed. Some people said, hey, there's no evidence, this is all cap. Well, now the media is saying, the news is saying that they do have those videos. It's according to reports that Sean Diddy Combs freak-offs often coincided with some of the biggest star-studded parties at the height of his fame. It said with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place hours after major events. According to a trove of video files, let me repeat that again. It says Sean Diddy Combs freak-offs often coincided with some of his biggest star-studded parties at the height of his fame, with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place after major events, according to a trove of video files and documents viewed exclusively by the New York Post. So the Post is saying that they have viewed these files, that these things are real, and they now have these videos. It said the clip suggests that the orgies, which federal prosecutors say sometimes involve women who were threatened or coerced to perform grueling, hour-long sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports. The report goes on to say that the reported said, hold on, let me make sure I get this to y'all right. I don't want to say it wrong, because y'all know how they'll do. They'll be like, oh, come on, man, y'all saying it wrong. Now, I ain't going to say it wrong. Make sure I get it right. It says that hour-long sex acts were happening just below the surface. I read that. It says in the early morning hours of August the 29th, 2005, the Diddy after party from the MTV VMAs was still going strong. Actress Eva Longoria chatted with Fergie in one corner, while Ice-T, Quincy Jones, and NASCAR great Jeff Gordon and Paris Hilton mingled with guests. It goes on to say Combs had hosted the VMAs, and his after party was the hottest ticket in town that night. But one by one, the celebrities left the party, and there's no indication they knew about or were involved into what happened next. It says that soon the event moved from inside the Space nightclub to Diddy's Miami mansion. From there, it appears to have descended into a raucous sex party, according to photos and videos viewed by the New York Post. By then, all the stars appeared to have gone except one, Diddy. They were replaced by a cast of fit young men and women, all in various states of undress. It goes on to say that as two white men took turns having sex with a young, very young black woman. It says as two white men took turns having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had a white blank under her nose. Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words, quote unquote, God is the greatest, written in black. The same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMA's after party. In another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on a table as a group of well-dressed people stood around. It goes on to say, the videos reviewed by the Post are a part of the same archives that includes footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. Let me repeat that again. The videos that have now been viewed by the newspaper, the New York Post, are a part of the same archive that has included footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. The video has been shopped around for sales to news outlets by more than one purported seller. In the trove of files, some of the videos are undated or the dates are clearly incorrect, but other files have dates that are consistent with verified details of events, locations, and clothing that Diddy and others were wearing. It goes on to say, however, many of the videos have dates that can be corroborated with the star-studded events, including the 2004 and 2005 VMAs in Miami and the 2005 Super Bowl in Jacksonville. It goes on to say, after each of these events, Diddy's appears to have thrown a wild orgy. It goes on to say the alleged behavior is consistent with a similar allegation in a lawsuit filed earlier this week in which a woman alleges that Diddy and a female celebrity R-worded her when she was just 13 following the 2000 VMAs at the Radio City Music Hall in New York. It goes on to say, ladies and gentlemen, it says that Diddy's attorneys have denied the latest allegations in a statement. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or under, man or woman, during the weekend of the Super Bowl, whatever that is, in Jacksonville in February of 2005. Diddy threw a star-studded gala with attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Ashley Simpson, and Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis. It goes on to say that hours later, the party seemingly moved to a $2 million mansion in nearby Sawgrass, which Diddy rented for a reported $20,000 per week. In one video, two men have sex with each other, while the sounds of laughter echo throughout the room. It later appears that Diddy himself took part in the action that night and held the camera from his point of view while he appeared to engage in sex with a woman. Again, there's no indication that his Super Bowl party guests knew about the orgy that took place afterwards. It goes on to say that federal officials raided two of Diddy's homes in March, seizing hundreds of sex videos and mountains of sex paraphernalia, including 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. In a statement, the U.S. Attorney's Office alleged that the sex parties were not always consensual. His alleged sexual abuse of women included forcing them to engage in frequent days-long sexual activity with male prostitutes, some of whom were transported over state lines, according to these charges against him. It goes on to say these events, which Combs referred to as freak-offs, were elaborate sex performances that he arranged, directed, and electronically recorded often, said the documents. It goes on to say that to ensure in the participation of the freak-offs, Combs used violence and intimidation and leveraged his power over victims, power he obtained through obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, exploiting his financial support to them, and threatening to cut them off the same and controlling their careers, authorities allege. It's unclear whether the videos that the New York Post has are a part of the Fed's case, but officials say they confiscated hundreds of videos from Combs' hard drives and devices, which include freak-off sex parties. It goes on. It says these are consistent with the videos. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on. Right? It says that the law enforcement source told the Post, look, if it was just him having sex parties with a bunch of horny adults, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Let me read this again. Let me read that part again. Let me read that part one more time. The law enforcement says, if it was just Diddy having sex, they told the New York Post, the law enforcement, if this were just him having sex parties with a bunch of adults, of horny adults, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's perfectly legal. It's what the feds, the law enforcement, told the New York Post. But that's not what we're talking about. This man, quote unquote, is a predator, end quote. Attorney for Diddy did not return the calls to the Post for comment. It goes on to say, these are consistent with the videos we have of federal law enforcement source who is involved with the investigation said after hearing descriptions of the scenes in the videos that the Post viewed. Just about everything you can imagine was happening at these parties, and I quote, now our job is to determine whether this was consensual for everyone involved and if anyone has been trafficked or what laws have been broken. It says in the videos viewed by the Post, the identities of most of the participants are unknown, but the feds believe that at least some of the victims in the videos were coerced to perform. It goes on to say that Combs threatened his victims, the feds said after his arrest, including threatening to expose the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of freak-offs if the woman did not comply with his demands. Diddy has been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and the transportation to engage in prostitution. In additional charges, he faces a myriad of civil lawsuits from his alleged victims. He has pleaded not guilty and consistently denied wrongdoings in both the criminal cases and civil suits. As now, you guys, the New York Post says that they have the videotapes. The New York Post says that they have the videotapes of P. Diddy, and they said they have the tape of P. Diddy having sex with a younger A-list celebrity male, and they also said they have P. Diddy having sex with, or not P. Diddy, but two white men at the P. Diddy freak-off having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had a white blank under her nose. Y'all can read that on the screen. And it says Diddy was in the background wearing a t-shirt with the words "God is the greatest" written in black. The same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMA's after party, right? And then it went on. It would say right there, as y'all seen, the New York Post has the video footage. And the New York Post says that these videos they viewed by the Post are the same part of the archive that includes the footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. The video has been shopped around for sale to news outlets by more than one purported seller. So the New York Post say that they have gotten these videos and seen these videos, and the feds have also confirmed that Diddy had sex with a much younger male A-list star. Now you guys can guess who that is. The one brother, he went and did an interview. His name was Courtney Burgess. About 5 days ago, people said he was lying when he said he had those tapes, and he said he had those tapes, and he claimed that on those tapes was, I'll let him tell it. Courtney Burgess said the feds, if they want these tapes, they can come get them. And people tried to say that Courtney Burgess was lying or capping. Courtney Burgess said that he had the tapes. He told Matthew Cox from Inside True Crime Network, YouTube channel, that he had those tapes. And he said he also mentioned that he had the videotape and that the tape existed of P. Diddy having sexual intercourse with the younger A-list star. And he named that person. And I'm going to play this tape again for you, which he said, and salute to Matthew Cox, Inside True Crime. He has the entire interview up. And apparently the New York Post has officially declared that they have these videos and that the videos are true, they exist. Now, the New York Post did not name the A-list celebrity, and I believe they did not do that to protect themselves because of the nature of that video. Because, Matthew Cox asked him when he said that he had that video with the younger celebrities in it having intercourse, he said, hey, that's a crime for you to be in the possession of those videos and trying to, and he says, no, I'm not trying to sell it. I didn't know. He says that the feds want to come get it. They can come get it. But I'll let you guys hear what he said. So it seems like now the newspapers have the videos and they confirm exactly what this brother said. So it seems like that the people that was saying this stuff about Diddy, it won't no cap in they rap, baby.
It was J-Lo. I thought it was him too. Son. There were two young artists.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, last night there was a list put out by Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband of a Diddy invite list. And he says, no, I wasn't invited to those freak off parties. He says, don't ask me. He put the list up on his social media of all the people he said that was at those parties. And the list went absolutely crazy as he put that list up. But, Courtney Burgess, who was an insider of Diddy, and he was an insider with Tupac as well. He was on both sides. He claims that he has 8 of those videos, and he claims that the other videos that his friend, I forget his name. I think his name was Tom or Troy, something like that. He said that the feds already confiscated those other videos from his friend, and he said that if the feds want to come get the videos from him, he's not gonna withhold those videos. He don't want to have no crime. He didn't mean to commit no crime. He's not trying to be caught up in no criminal activity, and he said he's not trying to sell the tapes. He said he's just in possession of those tapes. So those tapes were real because now the New York Post has those tapes. The media has those tapes.
One was Usher. Who was the other one? This talked about her nose being broken, that he hated her, that he was messing with young boys. Talked about how he tore Usher ass up. When you looked at the flash drives, who were the two? I know we spoke before. You said there were two young artists. Mm-hmm. One was Usher. Who was the other one? One was Usher, and I believe the other one was definitely somebody's son. It was definitely somebody. Okay, it wasn't. Before we talked, you said it was Justin Bieber. Yeah, I thought it was him too as well. It was Justin Bieber and anybody else. Will Smith's son too. Will Smith's son too. I ain't holding no punches. Yeah, it was Will Smith's son too. And there were some young women. It was females. I I'm not good with everybody naming the music business because I only list several different artists. But it was J-Lo. It was in there. It was the young lady that sued him. I can't remember her name.
Right, Cassidy.
Cassidy. I can't really tell how it's made because you got to really draw it in. It seemed like the camera was up in the light on the shoot from a corner. There was some in the bathroom. It showed that how they set Kevin Hart up. But see,
what do you mean set Kevin Hart up?
Oh, somebody came and gave him. That was the newest one. I'm mixing them up. The newest one I had got was like when Kevin Hart was in a hosted his show, and they was in a bathroom, just him, and then a bodyguard came in there. Then he came out, and the girl bought him a drink. And he tasted, and it's like when he tasted it, the second drink of the same glass, that's when he was coming combobulated. Like something was there. Then it showed him in the tub getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I switched it.
When it showed Usher and Will Smith's son and Justin Bieber, I mean, were they underage at the time?
I tried to go by his tattoos for Justin Bieber age. But at the time, it started from when he could have been 16 because he was real. He had all the tattoos on it. He had the little shaggy head doing the front. I forgot the bob, whatever the girls call it, hanging in front of his head. And Game handed him a bottle. Like, there wasn't nobody who got the bottle. Game walks around Diddy, hand him the bottle, he drink it, and they like blew him down off his feet. So he could have been young back then. You understand? You could say he wasn't 17. I don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't too far out of Pampers. So, you know, I mean by that, he definitely wasn't 17 or 18. I could say he was pushing 16 hard or early because how he was dressed and how he was, yeah, I could say he probably about 16 or 15.
If that's the case, then and Usher was in those same videos, is it around the same time period?
Usher was in a video when he was definitely young because I remember he came home. They talked about drinking the champagne. He had champagne. He talked about he asked him in the video, was that Ed Lover for Hot 97? So you talking about Ed Lover back in Hot 97 when he was DJing? You take the time for that. Usher had to be like 16. Like he didn't even have a good beehive back then. He was definitely young. He was definitely young because he spoke. I heard him say in the video about was that Ed Lover from Hot 97? They were sitting on the couch. Could have been like in a family room, or could have been in bedroom. You know, most people put like couches in their bedroom as well. Their room big enough to match the bedroom. But he definitely was underage.
Is Albie Shore on the video?
I didn't see Albie Shore directly into the video. I don't know who it was, but they said he walked in and he was giving me head, as they say, in the office. And he said, yo, he did that to him for money. So I think if you were saying it, anybody else say, oh, he used it to enforce his rule of taking his son away from Kim.
Okay, so for those people that don't understand that, Kim Porter had a son with Albie Shore. She was married to him prior to being married to or being with Sean Combs. So he then used that
to break down.
He then blackmailed him into.
I don't think it was more blackmail. It's to break him down. Like, this is the man you're supposed to be with. You understand? And I can see it because if I lose, I'm a good loser. So if I lose my wife, and I'm not married today, if I lose my wife to any man, I'm not losing my kids to any man.
So hold on one second, you guys. Everybody just walked in the building. I see some people coming in saying, hold on, Ticket, what's going on? What's going on is that there's breaking news. The New York Post news publication has just came out and stated that they are in possession of the Diddy tapes. They say these tapes do exist, and they say that in these tapes, they have viewed these tapes. And they said in these tapes, not only did they witness two white men having having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had a white blank under her nose, they said that Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words said God is the greatest. It says written in black. It says the same shirt that he was photographed wearing at the VMA after party. Then it says in another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on a table as a group well-dressed people stood around and I guess witnessed it. And it also said that as going along with the other videos that was viewed by the New York Post, they're a part of the same archives of videos that have now included the footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list celebrity star in the videos that they said have been shopped around for sale to news outlets by more than one purported seller. Now, I told you, this guy, Courtney Burgess, I told you guys this 4 or 5 days ago, and y'all didn't want to listen. He came out and said he had the tapes. People said he was capping. They said, oh, this dude's lying. He ain't got no damn tapes. Who was he? He said exactly what they said, that the Post said that they have in the tapes. The only thing the Post didn't do is the Post did not, they protected themselves and they didn't name the name because they know it was a younger guy. So they don't want the feds to, I guess, feel like that they, participated in that type of, because if you sell a tape, or that's illegal. So what they did was the New York Post contacted the feds once they saw the tapes, and they told the feds, "Hey, look, you guys know about this?" And the feds said, "Yeah, we know about this." And the feds put out a statement and said that, look, if Diddy was just having wild sex parties with consenting adults, we wouldn't care about it. I mean, do whatever you're gonna do. They said this is not about that. The feds told the New York Post, this is not about that. This is about something completely different. And so now the guy who I told y'all, Courtney Burgess, who say that he saw the tapes and has the tapes, now it's been confirmed by the newspaper that they got the tapes and that somebody was trying to shop the tapes to multiple news outlets and shot the tapes. So now this thing is in the open because now the newspaper got the tapes. So now it's a wrap, bro. And the feds say they already got the tapes because the New York Post said that they spoke with the feds to ask the feds if they had these tapes or not because of the nature of the sensitivity that was in the tapes. And the feds said, no, we got the tapes. We already got the tapes. Like, we wouldn't even be, bothering the situation if it was him having consensual sex. You understand what I'm saying? With, people. Listen, and it says the alleged behavior is consistent with a similar allegation. It says alleged behavior in the tapes. It says that each of these events, Diddy appears to have thrown a wild orgy, according to the reports from the New York Post. And it says that the alleged behavior is consistent with the similar allegation in a lawsuit filed against Diddy earlier this week, in which a woman alleges that he and a female celebrity R-worded her when she was 3 years old, following the 2000 VMAs at Radio City Music Hall in New York. So they're saying that the tapes that they have, that they saw from the New York Post, they're saying that they coincide with that lawsuit, is what they're saying. They said that the tapes that they have coincide with that girl's allegations in that lawsuit. And so Courtney, the other guy, Courtney Burgess, the people that was saying he was lying, you understand what I'm saying? Apparently he was telling the truth because the newspaper got the tapes now. So the newspaper just came out this morning and reported that they have the tapes. And they said Sean Diddy Combs mixed with star-studded bashes with raucous freak-off sex parties after the VMA and Super Bowl videos have revealed. And they have said that they have the videotapes because you can see it right there. It says with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place hours after major events, according to the trove of video files and documents viewed exclusively by the New York Post. It says the clip suggests that orgies, which the federal prosecutor said sometimes involve women who were threatened or coerced by performing grueling hours of long sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports. But the biggest 2 allegations is that they're saying that in Diddy's presence, there was 2 white males that took turns on a young black woman who had some type of on her nose. And then the other one they said was that confirmed the story from Courtney Burgess when he said that he has the video of Diddy, allegedly having, well, I can't even say alleged. They said that the newspaper said that they got the tapes now. So they're saying that it's real of the much younger A-list celebrity. And so, it's to the person who said that the youngin is not a woman, it's multiple. So it's men and women. So it ain't just one, it's multiple. But I'm gonna let y'all finish hearing what Courtney Burgess had to say over on Matthew Cox's channel, True Crime.
I don't care how much money they got, how big their name is. I'm still gonna be their father. You're not gonna have me take care, especially that young. You understand? I got 2 sons of my own. So you telling me?
Oh, and let me say this to y'all. I'm gonna say this before I let it go. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Diddy's lawyers wanted a gag order on all this to stop this type of stuff from coming out to like hurt the case, right? And remember, they got a little victory yesterday because they're gonna get another bail hearing coming up on November the 4th. And remember, the judge said at the last conference they had that they wanted to see the video file evidence when they go to court on November the 4th. They go to court in like a couple weeks, like a week and a half. They go to court. When they go to court and they show this video to the courts, because they're going to show the video in the court on that day, I'm going to tell you guys something, man. That's going to break the internet. Y'all thought that this already broke the internet. That's going to break the internet because now the New York Post says they have this. And so now that the New York Post says them and multiple other news outlets have seen these videos because they were shopped to these networks. Now people cannot say, oh, well, this is fake. This is one guy just making up some story. Apparently, what he said over a week ago, that he had those tapes, apparently it was true. So, and apparently it was a younger A-list celebrity that was on that tape. And the lady, Y0UNGER Mitchell Kidd, the lawyer who said she saw that tape, she said that about 3 weeks ago. I told y'all on this channel, she wasn't lying. People said she was capping. She wasn't capping because the New York Post now got those tapes.
That if my son come to me or his mother come to me and say, I want that guy to be his father, they both crazy. That's my breath. You know what I'm saying? You can have her because it's such thing as divorce. It's such thing as that. It's such thing as adoption.
And shout out to the young lady with the donation in the building. I want to answer your donation real quick. You said you want all the names released. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The authorities, you guys wonder why the authorities cannot legally release all the names until they go to court. You guys are not going to hear the names from the authorities. That's why everybody keeps saying, oh, this is cap, this is cap. You guys understand how the judicial system works. You get charged. They put charges against you. And when you go to court, you see the evidence, right? Now, in Diddy's case, you saw a video from Cassie which showed that Diddy's a liar. And now you're being told that the newspaper now has this footage of these videos, which confirms the story that Courtney Burgess and the lawyer Y0UNGER Mitchell Kidd, who said that she was contacted to try to sell the tape back to the celebrity or sell the tape to the celebrity in a catch and kill situation, right? Now you're confirmed that that's so. In court is when you're going to find out those names. They can't come out and put out those names right now. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that until they go to court. So whenever this goes to trial is when you're going to hear the names that was involved from the actual legal system. Until then, the people who have seen the videos and tapes, the news outlets who have seen or have the videos and tapes, they might report it. They'll say it. But you won't hear it until it goes to court. Y'all got to understand how the legal system works. They're not just going to come out and say, hey, he was on this tape, he was on it. They're going to wait till they go to court and present that in court. That's why I told y'all, on November the 4th, when they go in there, the judge says that he wants to see those videos, that they have more of those videos. And when they go in there on November the 4th, you're going to see what the videos they have are lined up to be. Because this right here, I'm just telling y'all, the New York Post said they got him on tape with the young, banging out the young A-list celebrity, man. That's just crazy, man.
The son go adopt stuff, but looking at it from your eyes, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. You got kids, you're not going to let a man take your wife and your kids. You understand? And before us, kings didn't let you take their castle. Never mind take their queen and the kid. You understand? But that's modern day. That's in every textbook today. It's a thing of divorce. You understand? We fight over kids today. You understand? Somebody says something to my sons, of course they're fighting over. You understand? So you're not going to just take my son away from me. I think it was more used as leverage. Some men think just because another man get them head or they hit the other man in the back, they not the same as that man. You understand? you gave if you watch a video of 2 men having sex. You understand? You gave if you let another man perform any type of act of today. I don't know why they don't come out and say it. You know why it's so undercover when you get married? It's like a picture ID today. You can walk around with your lover. So you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm thinking just in the industry at that time.
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. Of course, it wasn't that out open to do it. You understand? But people have done it. You understand?
Right.
2024, whatever it came in, people ain't just pop up and say I'm gay and I'm happy. You understand? It just was more. It was more legal now that you go get married, same sex. You understand? I'm not the one to judge them and tell them that they can't, but when you in a rap game, I'm not gonna say R&B, but when you're in a rap game, you can't be in a booth tomorrow getting guns and running down on somebody or somebody running down on you. You understand? It's portraying.
Okay, so you get these flash drives, you take a look at them, you cobble together these writings, right? Like the memoir, you put it together, you get it turned into some books.
No, I didn't put it together. It went from the flash drive straight to print.
Okay.
Nothing was rearranged, nothing was changed. It was went straight to it.
So you had somebody print the books up, and did you try? I mean, at some point, did you go out and you try and like, how did it get there? How did it get to Todd? I mean, I know I talked to Wade Williamson, so I know that at some point he contacted you, but prior to that, you told me on the phone. Prior to that, you had tried to kind of promote it yourself and get it out.
I didn't personally try to promote.
Now you're talking about that situation and stuff like that. Now I need all y'all to smash the like button if y'all haven't and subscribe, right? So they're gonna start talking about what he's gonna do with those videos he has, because he said he has 8 of them.
He got to fulfill those shoes. You understand? If Puffy go to court in Maine, it's not looking too good for him.
No,
it's not.
No, it's not looking good.
No, the guns alone could get him 15, 20 years.
Right.
I'm just going by that. They found guns. I'm not going by what they said he did or whatever. Because they got to come out and say, these kids got to open their mouth and say, when I was such age, he did it to me. So, but the guns alone could get him 15 years. So in 15 years, anything could happen. Is he going to take care of the twins and King? No, he's not. He ran from his first son.
So Albie Shore threatens a lawsuit. His lawyers are saying they're going to sue. Amazon took the book down initially because of the photograph. They said that it was a copyright violation.
Right.
Then Todd put the book back up without the cover. He put another generic cover on there. Then it was only up for another week, and then Amazon took it back down. Now, I'm assuming they took it back down because they received the cease and desist, or they received the fact that the book was part of a lawsuit, and that they were going to name Amazon in the lawsuit.
Well,
but you're saying, we spoke earlier, and you said that you don't think that there's going to be a lawsuit.
No, it's not a lawsuit because at the end of the day, it's a lawsuit on him. He sat there and said that their King and the twins' father killed their mother. You understand? That's the same way the book say he was acting with Puffy. He doing the same thing. It's more that he want to sell his book. It's more that he got his name caught up in there. But the fact is, he wasn't a father to his son. That's everybody proof. Without even reading the book, his son's living in the house with Diddy and Kim. That's proof right there. You're not the father that you're supposed to be. You didn't fight for your son. So I think it's more that than anything. I don't think he's hurting from the what the book said. It's more that what's facts is really has what's said. It's not about the book. It's about what happened. So that's what I think it is.
But the book did get taken down.
Yeah, it did get taken down.
Is there any possibility? Have you talked to Todd about getting the book put back up? I mean, from, what you had said, it sold a ton. I mean, I know, I know that, that I don't want to say the numbers, but I mean, we're talking about, and you had mentioned that the royalties were in excess of like, $500,000.
Right.
So that's a lot of money. Like, is that money going to be dispersed, do you think? I mean, are you trying to get the book put back up? Like,
me personally, I'd rather put it up. It's going to go back up regardless. Because, one, it was given to me to do it. And I like doing the job. You understand? Mm-hmm. When Amazon take it back, maybe if it don't got the picture, maybe if it don't say nothing about, I'll be sure. But that still don't stop the fact that I'll be sure you said that Diddy killed Kim Porter. We talk, that's happened every day. Sex happen every day. But you worrying about when you tell that these twins and King that their father killed Kim Porter, which worse?
I think that Sean Combs is not going to sue I'll Be Sure because he's got bigger fish to fry right now.
No, he's not. So you want to go after other people that you figured he ain't said that this when Puffy was on the street.
Right.
You can't say I never said that. You said you heard this interview I did. Puffy was freezing bird. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't wait till he go to jail to say anything. I said it all of 35 years we've been in the music business together. And I said when he dead is gone. I do want to apologize to the kids, or the young adults and the twins for their mother ending up being on the front cover of it. You know what I'm saying? And only because she's not here to defend herself. But the memoir is real.
If you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that is. Sure. Every ghost support your ghost risk-free to make personalized recommendations at checkout. Again, well, I mean, there's a bunch of, I don't know if you've looked, but there's a bunch of other people that have put up memoir or put up books.
Right.
They're putting her photo on all those. So I don't know why they took, I mean, I do know why they took it down, took your version down because of the photo, but I think that was they were just trying to get it taken down, not realizing other people were going to start putting up books. I doubt any of those books are the same as the memoir, though.
Right, and that memoir is not the same as the original memoir. The original one has pictures and it don't have a face on it. You understand?
Right.
So this is the official one. The one Todd and Wade had is the official one. Is out, but it will be back up, whether I'll be sure like it or not. You understand? And
people are trying to sell them right now for how much?
$4,000. Some going for $5,000. Some going for $50. It's all on eBay. And the funniest thing, Amazon was still selling the same book with the cover. I don't know what's in it. After they took it down the season it says.
I guess my question is that you, at some point, don't you think that the FBI is going to want to take a look at the flash drives that you have?
I think they already know because it ain't hard to Google what the name is and then link back to who I am for years. You understand? I know it's against the law for child on videos. I didn't put it on there.
Right.
You understand? I know it's against the law for a lot of things. But have I broken law? No. I haven't broken any law. Did Todd lie to the viewers? No, Todd didn't lie to the viewers. Todd didn't know. Wade didn't know. I didn't know. No one knew this was going to happen. Diddy sent himself to jail for the things he did. You know
right.
I'm home. Ain't no 1,000 oil bottles in here. Ain't no lubricant. Ain't no wild parties in here. You understand? So he did what he did. Who going to put him in jail?
Well, what I'm wondering is that, like, obviously there's going to be a prosecution. They've gathered a ton of evidence, but I would think that the FBI would have contacted you to try and look at the flash drives. Is that, I mean, and you're saying, but nobody's contacted you?
Nobody. Only person contacted me is the ones who said what's going on. They want to see what was done to them. You understand? They want justice. I want justice. Tupac was my man. You understand?
Who was that? Who has contacted you to ask that?
different people who's in the book. You know, I don't want to be name dropping. You understand? I gave my word to you that I'd do the show. You understand? A lot of people didn't want me to do the show because they know what type of person I am. I'm not going to sit up on your show and bite my tongue. You understand?
Do you know if Todd's been contacted by the FBI?
I spoke to Todd earlier today. I think somebody had reached out for him. So whatever he got in the flash, the email, I guess he's surrendering that right now today.
Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, he's turning over evidence. So if you're, I'm assuming a lot of this is you did this because you wanted Kim Porter's, you wanted her wishes to be fulfilled, right? To be granted that Diddy or that Sean Combs gets arrested, that, he's brought to justice. Lots of people want, him to be brought to justice. Why not contact the FBI and just turn over the videos? I mean, they've clearly they've got child on them.
But where I'm from,
they've got proof.
Where I'm from, that's snitching, and I'm not getting in that category of snitching. Yes, that is. I'm on here doing an interview. Is that called snitching? Is it called dry snitching or third person snitching? No, you know what it's called? It's called Tupac told him that he don't die, he multiply. I'm Tupac today. And he wants some justice for what he did. I'm 54 now. If I was early, will I be out there acting like I'm young? Yes, I will. But I'm 54. I have a life. I have a family to stay behind. So just as far as you get, you understand? Call me what you want to call me. I'm not up here like Gene and Jaguar going to thing, dropping all this and that. That's their lifestyle. You understand? We all know why Gene not the bodyguard no more. You understand? If anybody know, we already know why. Jaguar.
Why isn't he?
Go ahead.
Why isn't he the bodyguard?
Because he was getting high. He was getting high with Biggie and them at the studio, and Biggie called on him, and Puffy said, he told Puffy that, I need another bodyguard because Gina hit high. Puffy walked in the studio, he laid out on the couch like a washed up well on the beach. So he got on, he said, but Biggie writing Lil Kim and the music, and that's what pissed Big Puff off the worst.
So yeah, man. The newspaper got the tapes, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think. The New York Post say that they got the tapes. He also said that he would be willing to give the feds the tapes so they can come to his house and get them. And he says that, you know what I'm saying? It seems like what he was saying was true because the newspaper said they got the videos now. The New York Post said they had the videos and they saw Diddy in the video having sex with a much younger male A-list celebrity. And this man, Courtney Burgess, who said he has the tapes, he named the names. And you guys heard the names that he named. So if y'all got a problem, go take it up with Courtney Burgess and take it up with the New York Post and the other news publications that are probably going to come out reporting about this because they said that this has been shopped around to multiple news outlets. So the news outlets probably have seen the videotapes as well, seen the photos as well. And so, I mean, now it begins, man. Now it begins. And so I will say this. I'm going to tell everybody listening to this video, I think this was dropped today before Diddy goes to court on the 4th. I think this was dropped today for the general public to know that the newspapers have these videos and they do exist. And I think that is, once again, to take a shot at Diddy's lawyers and them people that's, saying that, all of these things are false and all these things are not true. Because if you guys look in the article, it says that the feds told them, the feds told these people, says, look, man, hey, we're not worried about if he's having freak-off parties. We're not worried about that with, consulting adult. Because look, they told the New York Post right there. They said, look, if this were just him having sex parties with a bunch of horny adults, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's perfectly legal. But that's not what we're talking about. This man is a predator, according to law enforcement. And so they got the tapes. The New York Post said they got the tapes, the same tapes they got. So if they got those tapes, then in the superseding indictment that's coming, it's gonna blow y'all mind away because now that you know that the feds got those tapes, that superseding indictment is gonna set the world on fire, and you know it's coming. You know it's coming. And when they put them allegations out in there, I guarantee you that superseding indictment is gonna be around 150 to 200 pages, because that's how much information I think they have. Them people said they got over 11 TBs of video footage and evidence, along with physical evidence, witnesses, all this other stuff too. Man, what else we talking about, man? Like, share, subscribe. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody watching this video. The New York Post comes out and says that they have the videotapes and they have seen the tape of Diddy having intercourse with a young male A-list celebrity. So y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Salute to everybody. I'll put the link to the article in the comment section so y'all can't say I'm capping about this, because I know y'all like to come say I'm capping or I'm trying to bring down a black man. No, I'm trying to speak what the facts are. And I know that Diddy is a walking scumbag. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that Diddy's a liar because he's already lied. And the nigga that lied like that cannot be trusted ever. So salute to everybody watching this video. FP Diddy. And y'all know what it is, man. And all these other goddamn predators around here acting like fools. F them too. It don't matter who it is. The hell with them. I'm gone.